Wind Blows Hard is a really interesting song because it isn't really what it seems. I mean, I was at the time, I remember, pretty obsessed with Harry Nilsson, John Lennon, and that relationship that those two guys had. I'd read a lot about it, and I was also really influenced by Jacques Brel, and specifically the song The Port of Amsterdam. I know that I think Bowie's done a version of it, but there was something about that kind of mariner's tale, that sort of, it's almost like folk tales, those European folk tales that really affected me at the time. So when I started working on this track, I was thinking about that. I remember wanting to create an atmosphere, an imagery that is metaphor, obviously, about the feeling of being captured and feeling like you're in the midst of a storm, and that being a metaphor, obviously, for your own personal, or for my personal struggle with all that just happened around me, because that's what it felt like. It felt like I was in a maelstrom, in this sort of vortex of that was inescapable. And so the images of the lyrics are very much that. They're an examination of that feeling. How do you get out of this? You know, what is it all about? And I sort of cottoned onto this concept of, you know, the battening of, there's a line in it that says batten down the hatches, and you know, all those sorts of things. I just love that imagery. And so yeah, it's quite a tough tune. I mean, it's one that we use as another focus track, and I think it went down great for a lot of the lovers of the album. Yeah, so it's a self-examination thing. It's my psyche made real, but in the sort of narrative trail of almost like a sort of European folk song.